Hello everybody, week 4 here, Paso Doble with Tim. You made it to week 4, congratulations. So proud of you all, great job, happy you joined me. I'm very excited to have introduced you to this dance or given you more information or hopefully you've learned something. So today is all about putting it all together, everything we've learned. So we began by learning about how this dance is different from the other dances, from the progressive movement, from the elevation change, the marching action, the heel leads we take in a rhythm dance. So lots of differences there. So going back to our marching action here, we are going to try and incorporate everything we spoke about. So if we think about our elevation changes, if I'm building up my energy, we're going to take that left foot forward and we're going to go and 1, 2, 3, 4. March backwards on the left foot. 5, 6, 7 with elevation change. And 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7. Good. Okay. So the sideways action we've done, chassés, we did that chassé cape. So side, together, side, with the rotation we added in there. Excellent. Going back the opposite direction, side, together, side, creating the shape through there. Awesome, good. Now also, the elevation change can come in that action too. So if we do that again, we have side, together, side. As I do my slip pivoting action, I will change my level slightly. Then I replace, side, together, side. Again, making it much, much more dynamic through there. Some really cool actions we haven't got into, but I definitely recommend, you asking your professional things like twist turns, how we can use and create shape and stretch through there to make this beautiful dance just incredible to watch and fun to dance. So one of the final things I wanted to get into this week is taking the actions we already have and continuing that theme of how it is slightly different from the other dances is getting into the style. So the arms is the first thing. So a lot of times if I was doing rumba, cha-cha, and I did a crossover or a New Yorker, depending on the style you're dancing, it may end up in a position like this, a checked action. You can see I'm extended, almost kind of hyper-extended. It's very presented out towards my audience. So we don't want those straight line arms in this dance, very, very rare. Of course, arm styling to me should always be an extension of the body. But if we really think about this dance, if we think about the role of the matador or the flamenco type actions we have in there, then we would never have the hands above the body. I wouldn't hold the cape up here because of course I couldn't see anything, right? So because of that, in this dance, I want my shoulder to be higher than my elbow, which is higher than my wrist, which is higher than my fingers. So if I create these actions here, you can see how it's sloping the whole time. So I'm taking the cape, I'm shaping it around me, the cape is low. So I can use this to entice the ball and to make sure the pass happens without any injury. So think of that, think of everything sloping. This is a great way to have feeling of keeping a long neck, keeping good posture, but allowing this to happen. So if I bring my feet together, you see the same concept. When I'm lifting here, it's not the hands are getting higher than the elbows or the shoulders, it stays this way. And eventually, when my elevation changes, the arms will be a reflection of that. So thinking of that in all the movement, so especially if I'm holding the lady in frame, you can see shoulder is higher than the elbow, is higher than the wrist, higher than the finger. So I don't hold the lady like this, it's this way. So it's sloping, so it's more reflective of that caping action. Final thing I wanted to say then is about the flamenco style action, because that's what the lady kind of portrays a lot. So if we're in the Spanish line, press line, we may see that. So that goes back to the hands and the wrists and the fingers. So we don't want to extend like we do maybe in some of the other dances, everything at the same time, like jazz hands. We want to have the feeling of rolling, so one finger at a time. This reflects playing the castanets, which I don't play them, but I'm told it's all in the fingers, it's not so much in the hands. So I want the feeling of stretch and extension across the palm of my hands that reflects into the fingers. So as I dance this, you can kind of see, I begin with the little finger, then the inside finger working through. They come in, when everything comes in, then I turn the wrist and extend outwards. So lots and lots of work through the wrists here, and that's how, if we did something like that Spanish line, we go forward, Side, there's my elevation change. Now watch the wrists. How I keep it dancing through there. So everything we've spoken about, so my body's strong, powerful, dynamic, but this is how I keep that movement going. Hope that makes sense. The one other action I wanted to show you then to kind of bring that all together is what we call a flamenco tap. So for example here, I'm going to do a tapping action. I'm going to step onto the right foot, tap my left foot behind, replace and tap my right foot in front. So step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap. So this is very much choreographed to certain parts of the song, the phrasing in the song that really reflect that and show that great musicality. So if I combine that with my Spanish line, I'm going to go forward, side, behind, tap. There's my sloping line in the front. There's my back arm isn't straight, it's curved, not this way. And then maybe ya, da, da, da. So notice how it came back into a cape in action using those wrists and fingers, going back through. And maybe I go around this time instead of taking this up and over. Maybe I go around. Yeah, I close it. So the whole time you can kind of see, if I was to have an invisible kid, how I'm using it to create space. And what I'm really trying to do is show you the invisible. Here's where I want you to look. Here is where I want you to look right here, and I'm going to take it around here. Because that is me and my role as a male dancer in showing off my partner. So, hope that was inspiring for you, you liked it, and if you have questions, I cannot recommend enough that you start learning this dance with your teacher, however you are taking lessons or just practicing. But it's a great, great dance. I can't recommend getting a routine or a syllabus kind of put together, especially with this dance, given how complex the steps are and the phrasing in the music, so you're able to enjoy those, hitting those highlights in the music, which trains your brain to be a much more musical and expressive dancer. Check out Astaire.com. Check out, obviously, you're on the Manomi Falls YouTube page now. But yeah, great, great dance. Hopefully you've had fun with it. Enjoy. Life is better when you dance. Thank you.